Hi again and welcome to my channel. Now last week I was busy doing quite a few things that led me to discovering what I'm going to talk about today. I realised how easily and freely people give out information. They will open their front door and let people into their living room, their bedroom, kitchen. They'll tell them all about their arguments. They'll tell them where their kids go to school. They'll tell them where they went on holidays. They're not prompted for this information, but they're happy to just give it out. In this video, I'm going to be discussing this, and I'm going to be telling you exactly how much information I got from someone without even knowing them, just by having their first name and their mobile number. When I was younger, we used to be that type of family. If anyone ever knocked the door, we would immediately become mute and then we'd start carrying out stealth ninja training around the house until my parents thought the person had left. I used to always wonder, why didn't we just open the door and find out who it was? That was until I got my own place and I started living on my own. Random people used to always just knock my door, and my first thought was, why are they knocking on my door? What do they want? Sometimes I would go to the door and I'd answer it just to see who it was. It would either be someone selling something, a utility company, or a religious group wanting to talk to me. They would ask if they could come into my house to speak about whatever they wanted to speak about, but I'm not being harsh, but my answer was always no. And then I'll close the door. I didn't see the need for them to come into my property to talk about something when I don't even know them. Later on, I thought about all these scenarios. All these people just turning up at my door, uninvited, but behaving like they have been invited and wanted to come in. I have no idea what their intentions are. Then I thought a bit further. If I was just to turn up at the utility company offices, wanting to see the head of the company, the CEO, just like these people come to my property and want to see the head of the household, what would happen then? I would be told that I need an appointment. The CEO would never let a random stranger into his office, let alone for me to even get to knock in his door. After that realization, I decided I'm never opening the door to anyone unless their visit is pre-arranged. And that applies to everyone. The postman, he doesn't need to knock the door, he just needs to post the letters in. The utility company, they have my number. If it's important, they can call me. You might think, what if you have a delivery and they can't get it through the mailbox? What then? If I have a delivery, then I know about it. So I'll open the door and I'll receive it. But if it's a delivery that I don't know about, I'm not expecting it, so if I don't get it, I'm not missing anything. All my friends who come to my house always let me know before they come in, so there's no issues there. So anyone who hasn't made an arrangement with me or has not informed me that they come in and I've agreed to it, the door will not be open for you. Now, this sets me up nicely for the main point of this video: social media. I'm going to pick on Facebook because it's the most used social media platform, and Facebook is the reason why I'm doing this video today. I'm currently in the process of renting out one of my properties. Now, I like to be ultra careful when selecting tenants. I do the normal credit checks and everything, and then I meet the tenants, and usually I go by my gut feeling as to whether they're going to be suitable for me or not. However, my life has been made much easier now by social media platforms like Facebook. One lady contacted me and she said her and a partner were looking for a house and they had 2 dogs. She told me that the 2 dogs only go in the kitchen and the garden, so they wouldn't be going in the other areas of the house. I have concerns about renting out my property to someone who has dogs because I had one bad experience. However, I have let someone else rent out my property with a dog and it's been absolutely fine. I said to her, I have a little think about it and I'll message her back with a response. Now, within 15 minutes, I replied back to her saying that I wouldn't be accepting them as tenants. Now, why did I refuse them as tenants? The woman WhatsApped me, so I had a phone number and it showed up her first name. So what I did is I took her first name and her phone number and I put it into Google, and this is what I found. The first link on Google was a Facebook page for a hairdressing business. Now, this hairdressing business belonged to this lady and she was running it from home. So I knew when she left the place she was living, she would more than likely look to set it up in my house, which may or may not be a problem for me. I didn't really decide yet. Now through her Facebook business page, I managed to locate her personal page. And I did this very simply. I had her first name, and all I did was match up the picture that she had on her WhatsApp profile picture with her Facebook picture. So that verified that this was the same person. Now the first thing I decided to do was to go through all her recent Facebook pictures. And I managed to find a picture of her two dogs, which were two big Alsatians. So I knew I'd automatically have a little bit of an issue with it, but I carried on looking through. She posts a lot of pictures of her dogs, her holidays, her partner, and I started finding pictures of the two dogs on the bed, in the living room on the sofas. The only place I didn't actually see pictures of them was in their garden, which I thought if there was any pictures of the dogs, most of them would be in the garden if she keeps them out in the garden. Other information I got off her Facebook page: her date of birth, her email address, her phone number, which I already had. I knew when she went on holiday with her partner. I knew when they came back from holiday. I knew when her and her partner got together. I knew when they moved into their other property. Now, that was just some of the information. She was in a relationship with a guy, so I decided to click on the guy's profile. And I got even more information from that. This guy had lots of photos of him in the gym, in high-performance cars, but the pictures that interested me most were the pictures of inside the house where he was living. And he gave me a whole tour. I could see the background, the state of the property. I could see damage on the wall. I could see mess everywhere, because he didn't think to have a little tidy up before he did certain pictures of the dogs or of other things, or of himself. Now, the picture that sealed it for me, that made me refuse them as tenants, was a picture he posted up of the two dogs in the garden. And they were standing near the latest hole they've dug up in the garden, and a series of bones around the patchy garden that has obviously had all the grass ripped up. So after seeing that, I decided no, I would not be accepting them as tenants. However, as I decided to make this video, I decided to go back on both their profiles to see what other information I could gain from them. I found out who the guy banked with because he put a post complaining about his bank and named his bank. I found out where the guy lived because he likes to take pictures in high performance cars. And he took a picture of himself in a Lamborghini outside his front door. How do I know it was his house? He posted a picture and wrote, "Look what I've just brought home." Him being parked outside his front door and seeing the door number is not enough information for me to know where he lives. However, he did another video where he's driving down his road and he went past the road name of the road where he lives. You see, in the space of 15 minutes, I have managed to see inside their property, obtain their date of birth and all sorts of other private information from them, which is there publicly for everyone to see. The interesting thing is I found so much personal information about both of them on Facebook. Now, if I had rung her up and started asking her all these personal questions, the likelihood is she would hang up on me or think I'm just strange. Instead, she just left her virtual front door open for the world to see. What is the point of this video and why am I telling you all this? If a stranger just turned up at your door, would you take them into your house? Show them your bedroom? Show them your living room? Show them your kitchen? Would you tell them where your kids go to school? Would you give them your email address, your mobile number? Tell them when you're going on holiday? Tell them your favorite color? Would you give them all this information? A huge amount of people won't even give their name to a stranger. But yet, when it's on Facebook, it's okay. Anything I post on Facebook, I'm happy for anyone to see. There's going to be some people saying, you can make Facebook private, so you can't even see this information. You can make it private, but if you think your Facebook is private, you're very wrong. I'm confident that the majority of people on Facebook do not personally know everyone they're friends with on their Facebook page. So if they're not friends with you and you don't know them, then they're strangers. A percentage of Facebook users have people on their Facebook that they don't even like. Remember the purpose of Facebook. Facebook is about gathering information and data to be used for something somewhere. When you're filling in personal information on your Facebook profile, just have a check, is it really necessary? Facebook constantly pops up asking me to fill in my phone number just in case I get locked out of Facebook. No. That's why I set up a specific email for this emergency situation. According to Facebook, I'm celebrating my 107th birthday this year. I know I look great for 107, but that's the kind of information I put in. You see how easy it is for someone you don't know to have so much information about you, information that you would normally not give. All I needed was a first name and the phone number to access all the information that I was able to obtain. Now it's time for you to check what information you're handing over to strangers. I hope this video has been useful, and I do hope you can take something from this that will help you. If you enjoyed my content, please make sure you subscribe. Please like, share, and don't forget to comment if you have any comments about this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.